Battle Beast came and put his face in the ground.
Foot to the face, head palm.
Oh my gosh.
Picked up and beat straight back down.
Oh my gosh, bro. One thing about Invincible is they know how to whip out some combos, dog. What's going on, man? Welcome back to another video, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Clap it up for y'all, man. Y'all been going crazy on these past couple of videos, man. Y'all really been kind of showing out, man. Truly appreciate it. I hope y'all continue to like pour into my videos, continue to boost the YouTube channel up, continue to subscribe, all that extra stuff, man. Today, we reacted to Superheroes Have the Worst Lives. I've been watching Invincible recently, and that last episode that just came out, oh my gosh, bro. I have nothing to say about that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video.
Fuck no. If I'm offered 24 hours in their shoes, I'm declining. The type of situations they get put through is ridiculous. Also, join the Discord, link in the description. But I actually want to start with one of my favorites, Goku, or low-key the Z fighters.
Is Goku that bad?
Focus on Goku for a
let's
second.
see.
Most of the time when I think about Goku, I think of a dude who loves to fight.
Right,
always
right.
Smiling, always happy, surrounded
He like
by
the
loved
box.
ones. But realistically, his life sucks. Goku himself don't even realize how annoying his life is. First, he gets sent to Earth away from his parents because his planet was getting
about
destroyed.
to blow up. Frieza finna come with his planet. Frieza come into his planet with a freaking freaking bomb on his finger.
Grandpa Gohan, the man who was raising him,
dropped him on his head.
Son died getting trampled on by a monster, and Goku finds out years later that he
was
that monster who trampled him. He
Dang.
didn't know about what happens when a Saiyan with a tail sees a full moon. Once he's seen Vegeta turn into that monster, he said, "Oh shit, it was me."
That was me.
While fighting for his life,
Dang,
by the
bro.
way, mid-scuffle.
I'm not gonna lie, this grade 8 fight was low-key kind of bad, bro. When Goku was in bro's hands and he was squeezing him, I was like, nah.
Realized he killed his first actual family member. But that wasn't even the worst part about this day.
Goku technically lost this fight.
But before we get to that, let me talk to y'all real quick. Usually in my free time, I like to game.
Here we go. Look, he tried to slide in a little ad. Nah, we seen it. We seen you.
Being at
You ain't get over on us, boy. Sorry. My
peace
fault.
for years, kicking it with your son and friends. And
Right.
then all of a sudden, a nigga in a battle-ready leotard pulls up,
Bro.
claiming to be your brother, tells you to come with him to conquer this planet. Oh,
Dragon Ball Z so nostalgic, bro. I remember when I first seen Raditz pull up, bro. And then too, this was back in the days when I had a GameCube. And if y'all know about the GameCube, y'all know about Dragon Ball Z Sagas, bro. Dragon Ball Z Sagas was when you had to freaking take the controller and do this, and you was Goku, and Piccolo had to charge up the special beam cannon.
you refuse. I bet I'm gonna take
So
your
aggravating.
son.
What?
And then laughed in Gohan's face. He had no reason to do that. He is terrified for his life, and he got this dude chuckling directly in his eardrums. Then he flew off with his child, saying he'll be back in 24 hours. Went from a chill, peaceful day to the worst day of his life. So him and Piccolo pull up. Ultimately, they do take him down, but it required Goku to get shot through
They
his
go
fucking
ore farming
chest.
Piccolo.
So now he's
Bro.
dead, but
Now he gotta fight his way back out of hell,
in the
bro.
afterlife, he's still training, because in a year, 2 more Saiyans are gonna pull up. Imagine
Crazy.
dying and still needing to clock into work. So Vegeta and Nappa made it to Earth, and Krillin is such an L, man. I just gotta mention that. Vegeta was talking down on Raditz, and he was like, Raditz?
They talking shit about Raditz, the guy who y'all barely won against? The guy who beat y'all ass, beat you.
Why Krillin gotta talk trash like that, bro? Krillin was such a, why he look like a milk, a discolored milk dud, bro? I forgot how short Krillin was, how small he
And
was.
Goku's ass, that Raditz? They talking about him?
Like, damn, bro, we get it. Whose side are you on? Anyways, Yamcha dies. Chaozu tries sacrificing himself, but that shit
he
did
gone.
nothing. Tien dies.
Tien
Piccolo
gone.
dies.
Piccolo
Half
gone.
the squad got murked in under an hour, and I know he's in his head right now like, damn, y'all are so...
Dang, that's kind of crazy because y'all don't understand. Majority of the freaking Z fighters died. And then I feel like in our heads, we're like, bro, they have no, because they got the Dragon Balls, they can wish them back alive. But around this time, bro, the stakes were high. The stakes were high. We did not we took for granted how serious Dragon Ball Z was back then.
Ass. Couldn't even get a bottle of water before having to save y'all. And Krillin talking about some, don't worry about your dad, Gohan. Let's head home to a nice,
Trying to cheer him up.
steaming, savory, slow-cooked, patiently simmered, lovingly prepared, deeply seasoned, richly aromatic,
Melt in your mouth, hearty, feeling soul soothing, body restoring, stress melting, fatigue ending, long awaited, long overdue, well earned, home cooked, end of the day, finally safe meal.
What did you like that, Gohan? I gotta smack this nigga, boy. Talking about food at a time like this. 4 of his homeboys died. His best friend out there fighting to save the world, and he ready to go home and kick his feet up. You lazy bitch. You better go in that backyard and hit some jumper jacks, nigga. Act like you doing something. So Goku fights Vegeta, actually wins the first round. But once he turned into a great ape, he got swatted into the mountain, gets both legs crushed, damn near got the life squeezed out of him. Tries to have a heartfelt moment with his son.
Didn't even have that. Yo, Vegeta so petty, bro. This dude was petty, dog.
Stomping him out. Now
kicking him, bro. Why is he kicking him? He already on the ground. He cooked.
They do eventually get Vegeta to retreat, but wait, we got a problem. All of our homies are dead. And with Piccolo dead, the Dragon Balls are gone. No need to worry though. We can just go to Planet Namek and use their Dragon Ball. Of course.
Nah,
why would it
here's
ever be that
Frieza.
simple?
Bro, hold up. Let's zoom into his face real quick. Frieza was ugly, bro. Frieza, not saying that Frieza is attractive now, but back then, bro, they actually looked menacing, bro.
Frieza has his hands on the
Look at, what's that? Who that? Dabura? No, is that Dabura? What's bro name right here?
Dragon Balls while Vegeta is on his way. So after experiencing probably the worst day of his life, he barely gets a break and has to immediately fly out to go to Namek. And when he arrives, he sees Krillin and Gohan beat the fuck up. Gohan's neck broken and all. Imagine.
Oh my gosh, bro. That's your son. You just got beat to a pulp. Your first sight outside of the hospital is your son neck broke on the ground. Lifelessness in his eyes.
If he didn't have sensu beans. So let's fast forward to
they
when he
had sensu
actually
beans.
fights Frieza. And yeah, his best friend gets obliterated right in front of him.
That's crazy, bro. Yo, why am I just now realizing people were getting murked back to back in freaking Dragon Ball Z? Krillin did just get destroyed.
The guy he knew for all his life.
He was raised with this dude.
Unlocks Super Saiyan, fights Frieza again, but Frieza was getting his ass beat so bad, he resorted to putting the planet on a timer. So after Goku takes down Frieza, he had nowhere to go. And it was easy to believe he wouldn't make it off the planet. But we know what happened. Luckily, he was able to find a space pod and made it out. Some time goes by, and when Goku finally made it back to Earth, back to his family and friends, he's immediately hit with the news, hey, I'm from the
future. Yo, Goku doesn't get a break, bro. Why am I just now realizing this? He's not getting a break.
The future. 3 years from now, androids are going to emerge and make some shit shake. I'm talking everybody you love. Gone. Oh, and by the way, you're gonna die way before that. You're gonna die to a heart virus. But good thing for you, I got the cure. So y'all go ahead and start training. I'll be back in 3 years. So not only is he immediately thrown into another main quest, but finds out he's the reason Trunks' entire timeline got wiped out. Dr. Gero built those androids to specifically kill Goku. Android 19 and 20, first thing they do is blow up this city. And with his fight—
Bro, when I seen this for the first time as a kid, bro, I thought this was the most like menacing. The Android saga had to be one of the most menacing moments, bro. The way they was just blowing up cities, bro, murking people, bro. And then how cold they was too, like cold-hearted. They pulled up Android 18. Looking for people.
With 19, that heart virus appears. So once again, he is on the sidelines praying that these trash ass niggas don't get—
Why did Vegeta even have to do that, bro? That was disrespectful. I feel like still at this time, Vegeta had no respect for Goku, bro.
Washed.
He still seen him as Kakarot. He still see him as Kakarot to this day. Bro, kicked him to freaking Piccolo. At least Piccolo got respect for bro.
And after Gohan embarrassed Cell to the point where he said, fuck it, I'm taking the Earth out with me, Goku was the only one able to prevent that. Teleported Cell away
and exploded with him. This man Goku is he a different breed, bro. You can't say
Just for
Goku
that
is a
nigga
bad
to come
father,
straight
bro.
back.
Hello.
Now, they do beat him for real the second time, but I'd be heated. I sacrificed myself, at least give me the moment. But this is when Goku realized it may be better if he stayed dead. It seems like all the bad things are attracted to him. So to make sure everyone could stay safe, he decided it was best for him to not come back, missing out on the rest of Gohan's childhood. The birthday.
See, look at how thoughtful Goku is, bro. Real thoughtful, bro. That's a true dad right there,
He'll
bro.
never see, the moments he never be there for. Having to leave Chi-Chi to raise their son alone, knowing she'd have to be strong without him. Never being able to talk with his friends again, knowing this day was the last day they ever stand together.
Until.
So 7 years go by. 7 years of peace. Goku was given a day past the Earth, a singular day, and it
got a random son, Goten. Hold up. 70 years go by. Goku was given a day pass. When did Goku have Goten? Was that Goten? When did he have Goten?
just happens to be the day where he has to go up against a pure demon. Majin Buu, Kid Buu, Super Buu, Evil Buu, Teen Buu, whatever version of Buu you want to talk about, it don't matter. That nigga needed to be erased. He needed to go. But before we get to Buu, he had to deal with Vegeta. He let himself get put under Babidi's control.
Majin Vegeta was so cold, bro. I don't care, bro. Not gonna lie, the Buu saga was fire, dog.
Goku blowing up innocent people, and Goku was like, no, the Vegeta I know wouldn't do something like this.
What?
Are you positive? So they fought for a while until they felt the presence of Majin Buu. Vegeta agreed to chill, but in reality, he slimed him out. Slimed him out just to sacrifice himself for nothing. Seems to be a reoccurring theme. Right after, he turns a whole city into candy and devours them all, goes to the next city, blows them up, goes to another city, turns them all into clay, making
Hold on. How come nobody is traumatized by this guy, bro? Like, when you really think about it, this guy and Android 18, why are nobody traumatized by them, bro? They were literally going around murking people, dog. I'm pretty sure some kid out there seen them, they whole family get murked by Majin Buu or Android 18, bro, and 17. And they just roaming around the earth like nothing ever happened.
And since Goku went Super Saiyan 3, his timer on Earth ran out, so once again, he gotta observe from the sidelines. So then Super Buu proceeds to kill every single person on the planet because he was bored. Also killed Chi-Chi because she did some dumb shit like slapped the nigga who eradicated all of existence. Nice one. Fast forward, he absorbs Goten and Piccolo. Damn. Absorbs Gohan right after. Damn. Goku and Vegeta fuse into Vegito, giving us some hope. Was able to free the ones who got absorbed, but guess what? Super Buu turns into Kid Buu, the original Buu. Not a single word was said. He simply decided to blow up the entire planet.
Crazy.
But that wasn't enough for him. He teleports to the afterlife. How the fuck do you teleport to the afterlife and start boxing dead niggas? But after that, they do eventually.
Bro's a menace, bro. I gotta rewatch the Buu saga, dog.
To be Buu, so yeah. We could talk about Super, but I'm gonna leave that for another video. Now for the next one, Invincible. Mark Grayson. We all know his life is hell. He just got his powers and his first big job is having to deal with an alien invasion. Seeing all these innocent people get murked. Tried saving a grandma, but just ended up mangling her.
Invincible got it bad, bro. Sometimes I be sick and tired of him, bro, because he always crying and stuff, but he got every right to cry, bro. Every right to be crying, dog.
They invade again, but this time he gets beat on by this was sitting there getting pulverized until Pop saved him.
Oh my gosh, it just reminded me of that last episode, bro. This is all I'm gonna do. This is all I'm gonna do right here. Nah, they gotta go, bro.
And then later on, he made a deal with Titan to take down his boss, but little did he know,
he got back.
Of the strongest beings in
Got
existence
whooped.
was in attendance. Till this day, I don't know how Machine Head just casually hired Battle Beast. Like he was just a phone call away. But before having to deal with him, he was getting jumped by the grunts until he knocked him into the sky.
Oh
and
my
his
gosh,
is
bro.
just sitting there watching. He must have came to check on Mark, but then heard Battle Beast and said, fuck no, you gonna have to hold that, son. Praying for your safe return. Then we cut back to Mark, got a little adrenaline rush, took out the grunts, but he was feeling himself a little too much.
Battle Beast
Humbled
came and put
immediately,
his face in the
proceeds to get
ground.
foot to the face, head palm.
Oh my
picked up
gosh.
and beat straight back down.
Oh my gosh, bro. One thing about Invincible is they know how to whip out some combos, dog. They gonna hit some, they gonna whip you out. They gonna put some combos on your tail.
To never help a living soul ever again. This day is actually top 2 worst days of his life. So then the Guardians pull up.
I wouldn't even say
just
top
to
5.
also get their ass beat, and then he turns back around to Mark like, please, bro.
Please leave me alone, please.
Hit him so hard it popped his suit. The only reason they all survived is because he allowed it. He was bored. He had no interest in fighting bums. And the worst thing about Mark's life is his pops, Omni-Man, the strongest man on Earth, a global symbol of hope. Everyone trusted him to keep the world safe. But the truth comes out. He was the one who killed the Guardians of the Globe. Earth wasn't his home, it was an assignment. A Viltrumite sent here to conquer the planet. And the moment Mark refused to help, he was put through hell. Omni-Man made sure to get as many innocent people involved as possible. He didn't give a damn. Made him watch as they crushed every being on this train. And he wasn't just beating his ass, he was beating his ass with style. Put that boy in slow-mo, smacked his body off the ground, flew him into the air while telling him how all these lives mean nothing. Humans are just insects. Then proceeds to play ping pong.
Proceeds to call his mom a pet. Y'all gotta remember that.
With his body until he flew him through a cruise ship. Did that just because he can. Bro. He just wanted to hold them. Carnival.
Mind you, he could have just threw him into the water, but he was like, actually, let's go right here where this cruise ship is and let me just launch you straight through it. Gotta go.
Stocks plummeted. And then he threw him into a mountain, causing an avalanche, killing the entire village. And then finally, the most iconic scene, he quite literally just starts violating him. Till this day, this is still one of the most ferocious ass beatings I've ever witnessed.
Nah, you ain't see that new episode.
Doing all this to his son. But even after all that, there's still something worse. Something worse than Battle Beast. Something worse than Omni-Man. I'm sure you all know where I'm going.
What?
Amber. Amber. Amber.
She tweet, bro. And they had to make her black too.
And I would talk about season 2 and 3, but I already talked about those on the channel, so y'all go peep. But the next one on the list, Spider-Man. His life sucks. I'd be damned if
Mind you, I'm gonna break this down real quick. Spider-Man, a superhero, doesn't get paid for his work, has to hide his identity. He has to sell pizza, take pictures, you know what I'm saying, do some basic work, a basic 9 to 5 that he barely gets paid anything.
In my free time saving the city, and here comes J. Jonah Jameson, spreading
boss.
Nothing but hate on my name. He could have just saved a baby from a burning building, and you hear Jonah on the radio, saved. He dangled an infant 50 feet in the air with no safety net.
What?
Like Jonah. The baby was on the 13th floor. Should we have taken the stairs? Craziest part is the citizens would hear that shit and believe it. I would have quit the millisecond I heard him on the radio. Yeah, the next time the Sinister Six is in town and you got a 7'9", 500-pound rhinoceros at your doorstep, don't call for Spider-Man. I won't be answering the call. But I don't think Jonah is the worst part. Worst part is after saving the city 300 times, he comes back home with a rent notice on the floor.
You gotta come home. Can't even pay your rent. Oh, no. You can't even, you got rats running around your crib. No.
All of these heroics and he's broke. Gets thrown through at least 12 walls a day and he still can't catch a break. Exactly why I couldn't be a hero. I start charging people by the minute. If you're injured on a building and I swing you from a hospital and that trip took 5 minutes, I'm expecting $50 for my service. You refuse, I promise I'll swing you back up. Oh, but I thought you were a hero.
At least open up like a donation for the heroes. You know what I'm saying? Where you can donate, you know, get them some bread.
Aren't you Spider-Man? Nah, I'm the black one. the black one. And there's so many situations that heroes are put in that if I was put in the same situation, I would have just left. Like at the end of Spider-Man 1 when he had to save MJ and the kids and Goblin came rushing in trying to impale him, bro, I'm dropping them. I'm sorry. He wouldn't have gotten a chance to get that close. I would have been at the top of the bridge by now. Or later on, when he caught a grenade to the face, I'm calling a timeout.
No, bro, when he was in that crib trying to save some old lady and it was Green Goblin the whole time.
I realized I'm in over my head. I wasn't expecting to be fighting real demons. Or when the Goblin came back in No Way Home putting the beats on Tom. He ate his hit and then punched him out the window. Allowed him to get a barrage of hits off just to laugh in his face and then proceeded to slam him through the floor. Picked his ass up, busted his back on the ceiling, and then spears him through.
Hey, hold on. That was a mean combo. Dude, imagine you just got thrown up. Boom. Your back hit the top of the ceiling. He catch you by the waist and then proceed to slam you through the ground.
Multiple floors.
No, multiple floors, bro.
And then he kills Aunt May. Would have been my last night wearing the mask. Never in my life have I seen him get beat like that. But even simple stuff like running out of webs, and that happened multiple times, and each time it was his back taking that hit. I'm taking at least a week break from swinging after that. I can still do my basic heroic deeds, but I'm using public transportation. I'm gonna be too afraid to jump off rooftops. And even later on when he's fighting Doc Ock, out of everyone in the crowd, he just happens to grab my aunt. I bet if Peter was a bank teller, this would never have happened. Being a superhero just gives you negative luck. He was really chilling at a coffee shop and the nigga threw a card at the window. He tells Peter to tell Spider-Man to meet him somewhere. And of course, Peter's gonna say, hey man, I don't know where he's at. Then runs off with MJ like, gosh, again? You got kidnapped the last movie. But I mean, at least he still has his girl, cause you know, Andrew, not so lucky. And every Spider-Man has to go through their best friend wanting to kill him, but out of all three, Tom had it the worst. He had it all, but then lost it all. Had Aunt May, a roof over his head, not worrying about rent, but now she's gone. Had Tony Stark, the father figure in his life, but now he's gone. At the end of No Way Home, a spell was casted that had everybody forget who Peter Parker was. So he lost MJ, Ned, anyone who knew who he was. Oh, and by the way, he's broke. Got an apartment now, but those rent due papers gonna be coming soon. And all the Avengers are either dead, trash, or somewhere in space. Can't ask nobody for help. Spider-Man has it bad, but someone who has it worse, Wolverine. His healing.
Oh my gosh, bro. Wolverine is my favorite Marvel character for anyone who wanted to know. I went down the whole Wolverine lore. Logan, Old Man Logan, you know what I'm saying? All the Wolverine stories, bro. All the movies, everything. I love Wolverine. His story is so sad, bro. And mind you, bro's been alive for hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? So you've been alive for over 100 years because of your healing factor.
Alone will suck with how long his lifespan is, but the things he's been through made it 10 times worse. When he was a child, this man walks into his house, popped his dad. He awakens his ability, kills that man, but then he finds out something very important. Turns out his father wasn't actually his father. He is. The guy
made him kill his own father, bro.
First 3 minutes of the movie, by the way. So now it's only him and his brother Victor.
And now they in war.
Fought in like 4 different wars. Even when Victor started tweaking a little bit, Logan still stood by his side.
Facts.
That's until Victor really lost it. He was okay with killing an innocent man. So Logan said, yeah, no, I'm out of here. Went their separate ways. Fast forward to when he found himself a girl.
And here he comes.
Good life.
His brother come back. Yeah.
Until she dies. Got killed by his own brother. Now bent on revenge, she accepts Stryker's proposal and pretty much becoming invincible. Getting metal, adamantium melded to his spine. Anesthesia doesn't work on him, so he's feeling every bit of that. Then he overhears that Stryker was actually planning on erasing his memory, so he runs away. This kind couple was nice enough to take him in.
Gone. I'm sorry. That's insane, bro. That's crazy.
Blew up the house at that.
The
Their
whole
bodies
crib.
are ashes. Fast forward again to where you find the island Stryker is stationed at. And guess what? His girl never died. Her job was to keep an eye on him. And you know what her powers are? Tacto hypnosis. She can influence anyone she touches. Can't make this up. He's been going through it the entire movie and we're still not done. A few minutes later, she gets to—
Mind you, this is just one story. He has almost 50 storylines, bro, because of how long he's been alive.
chance to tell him, oh, I never tricked you. It was real for me too. 5 minutes later, Logan finds her with a bullet hole in her gut. She does die at the end of this, but all of a sudden, he gets shot with adamantium bullets. Caught a bullet to the head twice, erasing his memories. The only hint he has to who he was is the name Logan written on his dog tag. And something similar happened in the X-Men Last Stand movie. Well, kinda. His girl
With
died.
Phoenix.
But he was the one who had to kill her because he was the only one able to get close.
And the thing is, he stayed chasing after Jean Grey, bro. Leave her alone, bro. Stop chasing after Jean Grey,
And
bro.
this scene scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. I don't remember why either. I don't know if it was because everything was turning to dust or what. Something in this scene just terrified me. But of course, the Logan movie, the best superhero movie of all time. This is when they finally stopped pushing us in a stroller and let us walk on our feet. This is what Wolverine is supposed to feel like. In the other Wolverine movies, he'd stab someone and no blood would be seen, but in this, full body parts were flying. But even so, it was depressing. A movie about old man Logan trying to live out his final moments with a sick Charles. The X-Men are gone, mutants are now on the brink of extinction, and the adamantium fused with him that once felt like finding a gold scar is now poisoning his body. I'm pretty sure his original plan was to buy a boat, sail away with Charles, stay with him until the end, and when Charles was gone, use that single adamantium bullet to take himself out. Now, of course, that didn't happen. Instead, he had to watch Charles bleed out, and the one who did it was a clone of himself. Now, if you don't know, Charles is the one who gave Logan a purpose after he lost his memories. So that was kind of like losing his father. So after that, he dedicated the rest of his life to helping Laura, aka his daughter, aka the GOAT. Hey Marvel, I'm still waiting on her movie, by the way. By helping her and her fellow mutant friends escape their captors.
I gotta rewatch
But
Old
in
Man
the
Logan.
process, had this fire ass scene. Like, I can't talk about
I
this movie
remember
and not
this.
glaze this, bro. Berserk Logan.
Right.
Not gonna lie, I got this over Infinity War, Endgame, whatever movie moment you have in your mind. I have this over that. But anyways, this is an elderly man we're talking about. He can take out everyone here except himself. There was truly no way he's winning going against a prime version of himself. Yeah, he was doomed from the start. And it took Laura shooting him with that adamantium bullet to kill him. Man, and this... The first time the entire movie, she calls him dad. Till this day, this scene still gets me. In 2017, my first time seeing this, I'll gladly say I was bawling. Tears running down
He
my
shouldn't have.
face, throat scratching. You would have thought I lost an actual loved one the way I was acting. But yeah, his life sucked. Every good thing was followed by 10 terrible things. He could not catch a break. And honestly, this could really extend to mutants in general. The human race
X-Men.
hates mutants with every fiber of their
Every fiber, bro. Every fiber. You would think they...
being. A mutant would save their life, but the second they find out what you are, don't touch me, you filthy mutant. Like, shit got crazy over there. They say mutant like it's a slur. They'll
Nah,
hate
for
on
real.
Wolverine, but then go and praise the
Praise
Hulk,
Hulk,
the
right.
giant green monster. Oh, he's
It's because
just a
they know he was a
superhero. I promise it
scientist
doesn't make
behind
any
it.
sense. At first, I thought the X-Men universe was just completely separate from the MCU, like a whole different timeline where people don't like anything that isn't normal, but Deadpool made it seem like everything was connected, so at this point I don't know. Whatever side of the world the X-Men are on is pure racism. Like, there was a whole war going on, thousands of them in captivity. Humans built machines that adapt to every mutant ability, and honestly, we lost. The mutants lost. Logan had to go back in time to make sure the war never started. And even in the Logan movie, we find out they made a drug that stops the birth of mutants. Like, they did not like them at all. But the next one we got Bruce Wayne. As a child, he witnessed both his parents get murdered. So he became Batman, putting fear into criminals' hearts to make sure no one else ever went through the same pain. Sounds great, right? But everyone wants to be Batman until it's time for the mandatory Bane beat.
Everybody want to be Batman until it's time to be freaking Batman. Nobody wants to be Batman for real. Nobody want to give Batman his props for going versus the enemies that he's going versus, bro.
until Bane snaps your fucking spine, or just having to deal with the Joker. He's the type of nigga to strap a bomb to a baby's chest and tell you, so Batman, will you save the baby or stop the gas leak in the daycare 100 miles from here? It's like it's all fun and games until he gives you an impossible choice. And not to mention how he barely gets any downtime. At night, he's protecting Gotham, and during the day, he's running one of the biggest companies in the world.
Like, how do you sleep? I'm pretty sure, canonically, I think that's how you say that, he takes power naps. Like, he doesn't fully sleep. Like, he just takes a bunch of naps.
All shits and giggles until you're off 40 minutes of sleep. Or how he has to worry about the people he works with getting hurt. Barbara getting paralyzed. Jason Todd getting tortured. Lucius getting blown up if we're talking about the games. Nightwing dying to a fucking stick. Like, I'm sure he blames himself for most of those too. Like, imagine waking up one day, seeing Scarecrow douse a random diner with fear toxins, and then hacking into the billboard saying this is only the beginning, so now the entire city's getting evacuated.
Bro, I'm sorry, but I do not want to live in Gotham City, bro. I don't. It's scary, bro. I'd rather live in Metropolis than to come to Gotham, bro. I'd rather live in New York City with Spider-Man in them than come to Gotham, bro. It's always something going on, bro. You're not living in Gotham.
And now all that fills the streets are a bunch of criminals doing random stuff like flipping cars. Like, did you get joy out of that? What was the purpose? And then all of a sudden, some guy calling himself the Arkham Knight pulls up with a weird obsession to Batman. At the start, we had no clue who this was, so I know Batman was just like, dude, who are you? Even later on, the entire city gets flooded with toxins.
Oh
like,
my God. Why would you want to live here, bro? Like, what is the death rate in Gotham City, bro?
This in one night on a random Tuesday. Also, this
nobody's getting resurrected by the freaking Dragon Balls.
When Catwoman got kidnapped by the Riddler. Now, that was my main priority. Fuck whatever Scarecrow got going on. I have more important things to do. But speaking of her, one of the worst things is Batman's canon event. Meeting Catwoman, Selena Kyle. And it must work the same way it does in a Spider-Man movie. His canon event is to meet her and never get with her, or it's a one-night type thing. Because if he goes any further than that, the universe is going to get unstable, going to start unraveling. And I promise, if I was Batman, we're all dead. At the end of the Batman movie, when Selena said, yo, you should come with me, yes, immediately. I was hoping he was going to say that. Actually, I hid my suitcase around the corner. I'm ready. Gotham would have never seen me again. But yeah, that's all I got for now. Probably going to do a...
Hey, man, this was a nice little long video, man. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed my yapping sessions as I yapped throughout this video. But you already know what it is. Subscribe. Hold on. Subscribe. Watch the video. Like the video. Notifications. Get us the 4,000 subscribers, man. We on the road to 10,000 subscribers. 10,000. It hasn't even been 2 months yet, and we gained 3,000. That's crazy, bro. I really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all need to clap it up for yourselves down in the comment section below, because y'all are real for that, bro. Road to 100,000 subscribers. But without further ado, you already know I'm going to see y'all in the next video.